Hey HBA, this is Mrs. Heard-Hixon here, and we're going to look at one of the two passages for Monday. And this one is called A Tale of No Tales. So I'm going to read our passage. We're going to go through the questions and look at strategies to help us find the answers to our questions without me giving you the answers, okay? All right, so let's look at our passage. I'm going to zoom in so we can see the entire passage, and we're going to read. In 1588, the Spanish Armada sailed to fight against England. The Armada consisted of a fleet of 130 ships. Aboard one of the ships was a tailless cat. Her job was to catch mice. After a great naval battle that England dominated, the Spanish set sail for home. The cat ship was wrecked near the Isle of Man. The nimble cat got ashore safely and lived there ever after. Her many descendants became known as Manx cats after the name of their island home. Today, the Manx cat is known of being tailless. It's a marvelous tale. So our passage is pretty much talking about a tailless cat. All right. One thing I want us to look at is the tale of no tales. Now, though tale and tale sound the same, they are spelled different and they have completely different meanings. Okay. So this tales is actually the tales that you would see on a cat, a dog, a tiger, on animals. Okay. This is what comes out from the back of the animal. Now, this tale is actually a type of story. Okay, so when you see tale, T-A-L-E, it represents a type of story that someone is telling you over time. Okay, all right, just wanted to point that out. Now, our passage is talking about a tailless cat and how the tailless cat was on the Spanish ship and how the ship wrecked, but the tailless cat did get ashore and earned its name. All right, now let's look at our questions to help us figure out what's next. The title that best summarizes this paragraph is. Now, when we say summary, we're looking at a condensed version of what the entire paragraph is about. And so they want you to come up with a title that will give you information on what this particular paragraph was about. All right. Now, the choice that they give us are why some cats are tailless. They look at why the Spanish lost at sea, how the Manx cat got its name, and catching mice aboard a ship. Now, one thing we want to do is, when we're looking at our titles, we want to go back to our passage to reference if that is accurate. Now, I'm looking at why some cats are tailless. It doesn't talk about tailless cats up here. It does. So I know that that's a possible answer. Then I look at B and it says how the Manx got its name. If I come back up to my passage, I see Manx written in here multiple times. So I know that that is also a possible answer. Okay. Catching mice abroad at sea. If I come up here, I do see catching mice. I don't see it as often, but it still could possibly be an answer. But it's not my most likely answer. And I know I'm looking at C where it says why the Spanish lost at sea. Up here, we don't really talk much about their losing the battle. We don't talk about why they lost the battle. So I automatically know this is not likely my answer. So that's what we do when we talk about that process of elimination. We go up here and we look at the information in our text and we come back to answer our question. So I'm going to go and try to find which one of these titles has the most information in my passage. That is my goal. That is my ultimate opportunity to look at which one has the most in this passage, okay? All right, so one thing I want to go ahead and eliminate one more. We look at D, it says catching mice aboard a ship. Now, it only mentioned that one time in this article and it didn't talk about it again. So I know that this passage generally is not going to be about catching mice upon ships. So now I'm just going to have to look between A and B and make a decision on which one will possibly be my correct answer. So I'm looking at what has the most information about it, what talks about it the most, and I'm going to make my decision based on that. Let's look at 2. It says, which sentence is most likely true? And so when we say something is true, we have information to support that this is a fact. So factual information to support it, okay? A says the Spanish sailors wanted a pet. B says the English were hoping to get the cat. D says mice were a problem on the ship. And D said the cat lost its tail in the naval battle. Now, once again, I want to look back at my passage to determine which one of these answers could be true. Now, I'm going to go ahead and eliminate one automatically. Look at A. It said the Spanish sailors wanted a pet. Does it talk about the Spanish wanting a pet at all? Or does it just talk about them having one? So there's a difference between having and wanting, okay? Nothing in this passage tells me that they wanted a pet. So I'm going to go ahead and automatically eliminate that the Spanish want a pet, okay? I'm also going to look at another one that I can automatically eliminate. I'm going to look right at D. It said the cat lost his tail in a naval battle. None of the information in my text tells me that the cat lost his tail in a naval battle. It automatically just tells me that the cat was tailless from the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate D. Now, we only have 2 left, and our goal is to go back up in our passage and determine which one of these 2 is supported by the text. Okay, is it that the English wanted to get the cat, or is it that mice were a problem on the ship based on what you read in the passage? All right. Let's look at question 3. Question 3 says, in the paragraph, the word dominated means. Now, dominated is bolded, which means they want me to put focus on this word. If I go back up to my text, I also see that dominated is bolded in my text, okay? So, we're going to reread our sentence to hope that we can find what dominated could possibly mean. I can read a couple of sentences before or a few sentences after if I'm not sure if I find my answer, okay? After a great naval battle that England dominated, the Spanish ships set sail for home. Okay? Now, my answer choices are dynamited, started, controlled, or withstood. All right? One thing I know that we could eliminate is started. And I know that we could eliminate started because dominated does not mean to start anything. All right? Based on my information, I don't see anything about the English starting the war, the fight. If I actually go back up to some of the top part of this, it clearly says that the Spanish Armada sailed to fight against the England. So it seems like our Spanish was more of the instigator or the initiator of the fight. Okay. And lastly, write fact or opinion next to each sentence. So a fact is something that is true and can be supported by information from the text. An opinion is someone's thoughts. And generally our opinion has adjectives, stuff that describes a noun, around it. Okay, so our opinion has adjectives that are floating around it to kind of make it a little bit more than what it is. Okay, now based on my task, it said her job was to catch mice. If I go back up into my passage, in my passage, it tells me that the catch job was to catch mice. Based on what the information shows me in my passage, we can safely say that this is a fact. Okay. Now let's look at B. It says, it's a marvelous ship. There's something that I noticed as soon as I looked at B. Before it's a marvelous tale, sorry. I noticed that I see the word marvelous. And marvelous is once again my adjective and it's a describing tale. It's telling me that it's a marvelous story. Now, a lot of times, once again, when we're looking at our fact and opinion, facts are true and can be supported by text. Opinions are thoughts and oftentimes has adjectives. So it's safe to say that B could possibly be what? Okay? Now, I'm going to stop there. I hope that I gave you guys some good tips to help you understand how to work through this particular passage. If you have any more questions, you can email me at rheard-hixon.rheshba@gmail.com, or you can call or text me at 256-513-6084. All right, guys, until next time. Bye.